Well, this week's Bushel Up, we're just getting ready to pull in here to Aurora. Our last field, we're on the home stretch, got a cover crop behind us, got a nice kill on that. Really looking forward to the soil conditions, but most importantly, I want to talk about three key things this week. We're seeing really fast emergence. That's item number one. Make sure you're getting across your fields. We're seeing corn come out of the ground now in a week. A field we planted in Hastings a week ago today, spiking through with all the GDU accumulation we've had this past week. That's a good thing. But also go back and check the emergence on those earlier fields. I know we've seen some soybeans really struggling, especially if they're planted a little deep with the cooler weather, planted early. So there's still time for stand evaluations. Replanting some soybeans if necessary, especially if you fought some crust and that stuff. But really overall, excited about the emergence we're seeing, especially in this stuff planted in this later window here, really coming out of the ground looking really good. Second thing to be on the watch out for is obviously the weeds with the heat. We talked about that a little bit last week. If you're getting those herbicides applied, understand they need to be activated right away. This grass flush, the weed flush is coming very quickly. So if you're not getting that rainfall, spending those pivots, getting those herbicides activated, the weeds are going to come because there is some moisture. But if you're dry on top and we're not activating that herbicide, we could run into some issues. Also, with that, we're seeing every broadleaf come now. The later emergers along with the early ones. So that gives us the opportunity to kill a lot of weeds with one pass. But we need to be making sure we're adjusting those herbicide programs to do that. Finally, the third thing is insects. We haven't talked about insects a lot. Not seeing major issues, but we are seeing some bean leaf beetle feeding, seeing some stink bugs around. So with this heat, this GDU accumulation, you'll notice the windshields are getting spotted up and so forth. So that's time to start watching for some of the insects, especially when we go into cover crop fields, weedy fields, cutworm, some of the other insects that like that heavy residue to winter in. We got to watch out for some issues there. So those are the three key things. Overall, the rain's been coming. Some places we'd like to shut off a little bit, but we do welcome it. Getting sprinkled on a little bit right here, but we're hoping to get this field in. We'll keep you posted. Everybody stay safe, and we look forward to talking to you next week.